I just started catching my interest, so I started asking my dad, like, hey, like, I want to try that. I want to box. And I just, like, I literally just saw that little weird hesitation, and I didn't even have to think twice. It was just kill. It was, jump on. Like, I proved to myself, that hard work really can't get you out of anything. I think we weren't supposed to even make it this far. I was always that little kid saying, man, I want to grow up and I want to do like something really big. I want to just like, I might not even know exactly what it is, but I just know like I'm capable of big things.
Oh, YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Chris from BWC and now Boxing with Chris. Today, on another segment of On the Ropes, I've lost count which episode this is. I don't know what episode this is. But today, joining me on the Ropes, he just scored arguably the biggest knockout of the year with the biggest upset of the year. Please, joining me today, the new WBC intern super welterweight champion of the world, Brian La Bala Mendoza. Brian.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? How's everything, man? Enjoying that vacation? I can see, man. How you doing?
Man, just been kicking it, man, resting up, recovering and everything.
That's good, man. So, man, before I get into anything, man, I want to congratulate you on your big win. It was a very big win, man. And for the people that don't know, how did you get into boxing? The early stages?
Yeah, that was just my dad, like we were always going to fight parties and stuff. My dad was always a huge boxing fan, still is obviously. But when I was little, I wasn't that interested, it wouldn't catch my eye like that. But over time I started seeing fights, like Mayweather Gaddy and like just like some of the big heavyweight knockouts at that time. And like I just started catching my interest, so I started asking my dad, like, hey, like I want to try that, I want to box. And it actually took me like a year of begging because they didn't want to let me. And it was just like, no, you can't box, whatever. And it was just like a year of nonstop begging. They finally let me try it out. And that's why I started a little late when I was like 16, started boxing. But it was just from the first day in the gym, fell in love, man. And there's no getting me back out of there.
How approximately how old you say when you were at that time? Early teens or a little, maybe younger than that?
That was like 16. I started boxing at like 15, 16.
Oh, so not your average age usually. All right.
Yeah.
And then who was one of your favorite fighters growing up?
Man, growing up, it was like obviously Mayweather. He was still like on those type of fights. Like Mayweather Gaddy and everything. Like there's those heavier performances, just stuff like that. And then my favorite fighter is Andre Ward. That's
Andre.
Yeah, I would love to study a lot. Just learn a lot off of. I feel like I can study a lot of different fighters just from studying him, and just learned a lot from him.
When in your earlier years in boxing, did you have a mentor or still have that mentor that still guides you along in this road?
I do kind of have more of a mentor now, but it's no, man. It's a team that I've built since I came to Vegas. I've been here in Vegas for 5 years now, but yeah, there's people I go to for advice and stuff like that. But it's really like the team I have right now is just incredible. I feel like they cover every possible aspect of like the team duties. That we would have to do. So huge help mentally and everything, the whole team.
So I got we got to ask you. You just had the biggest win of your career. To me, arguably the biggest upset of the year thus far, or maybe even knockout of the year. When you land that left hook and you see him stagger, it's hard to process everything through it. What is one of the first things that go through your head when you see him wobbling at first?
Man, what I love about that moment is that shows the true killer instinct, because even if you just look at it in real time, like there is no time to think. That was, I landed the hook. I knew you heard it, you feel a shot like that land. So I knew it was a solid shot, but I took a step back to get back to my range. And I just like I literally just saw that little weird hesitation, and I didn't even have to think twice. It was just kill. It was, jump on me. I knew Fundora the dude that's, if you let him recover, he's just gonna get right back on, that just nonstop punching and all that. So I was like, no, like I saw that moment and I jumped on it. It was just pure instinct.
When it was a tough fight. One of the things that I noticed, you were resilient, but one of the things that or that really stood out? You kept your poise. When you're in a situation like that, does everything hit right away, or is it something that really hits after everything sucks in, or did all the emotions just hit right away?
Man, it's been a mix of everything. Like I will, just tons of emotion in one moment, and then the next moment it feels like a dream. Like it's like I real life made this happen because it's always like you hear these stories, like, oh, you work hard, you can make it happen and stuff. Like obviously you don't believe it and it's motivational and everything, but like just like to feel it, like I proved to myself, that hard work really can get you out of anything. Like I took losses earlier in my career and like people just counted me out. They said, "All right, that's done," because they're so used to seeing like how one person is, and that's the way you are forever. Like they think you're stuck in a mold, and I proved that. Even stylistically, everything like that you see in the ring, just the aura I even carry around me, you can see a change. It's totally different from what I used to be. So I'm proof that you can change everything. So it's been just every emotion and just it's been craziness.
Um, Now that you're victorious, can you give me the game plan? Because we've seen chinks in Fundora's armor. What was something that you guys spoke in the gym? Something that you guys pinpointed on the keyboard. Now that you're victorious and you can actually give out the game plan.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit, man. The point was, to chop that tree. People always, they just, I feel like people haven't been able to execute anything because they're so scared just with the height. They're so scared with, his such the awkward angles that his punches come in. Just because you saw that, like sometimes I would even try to clinch or try to slow down the action a little bit, but his punches come at such weird angles that he can just kind of just touch you, like, at whatever moment. But I don't know, man. It's a hard one to answer, I guess.
No, I guess. And then is a rematch in place, or is the mandatory route is what you're really after?
I'm after the mandatory, but like we need to see if there's a rematch. The dust is still settling on that, and then but that's why also the thing is the whole game plan thing. But I feel like the game plan was obvious. It's just I executed because I wasn't worried. About I didn't care how tall he was. I didn't care how much punches he threw. It's just you go in there, you stay poised because you have a game plan to do and you have faith in it. Because I started losing those, especially those middle rounds and like the last few, and like it's just that you got to stay calm and have faith in the game plan. I knew it was going to work. I wasn't worried about having a big first half. So
When you
now,
hear
sorry, no, just to
no,
answer the question. It was I definitely want the mandatory, but if there's a rematch, then we'll do a rematch. But um, the mandatory is obviously what I'm after, because we're trying to level up. Like I have the interim, and I want the full. I have a chance for undisputed right there. So that's definitely where we're shooting.
you're in a stacked division, but what's interesting about your division, it's not a perfect division. Everybody's lost. Lubin, you have lost. Fundora now has lost. Even Charlo, the cream of the crop in the division, has lost. That's what makes I feel your division one of the best divisions in boxing, other than the lightweight, due to the fact that everybody has had their setbacks. And you right now, I feel like your confidence is high. Your last two wins have been spectacular way of knockout. I feel like your power is underestimated right now, but I feel like you put that on notice.
Yeah,
When you when you pre-fight and you hear all these people say maybe you don't stand a chance, you're too small, and you prove the doubters wrong. How does that make you feel inside? Are you more of an "I told you" kind of guy, or you just stick to the people that believed in
Um, internally, I'm a "I told you so" guy. When you hear me jumping up on the corner and yelling after, that's basically my "I told you so." I literally actually said that after the Rosario fight. I said I told you, in the corner. But no, like I said in that post fight little interview that I I do this for the people that believe in me. There's a world full of haters out there, and not just haters, just maybe even just non-believers, just whatever they are. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't think you're even capable of it. But why should I give them energy when there's people that love me? There's a small circle, that just truly said, "Nah, you got this all day." Through the whole career, through the setbacks, they're like, "Wow, you can still do it." Like those people, they matter, because they believed in you when no one else. did and they didn't have to believe in you. Like they could have just, just jumped off the wagon, from like several opportunities. But those people that stick with you, that's who really matters in the end.
When you, what do you feel right now is your key to improvement right now and taking yourself to this level? Is there something you want to work on right now? Now that you being the interim champions, there's only, if I'm not mistaken, it's only you and Zoo right now. So Charlo's got the injury, so he's looking like he's not gonna fight this year. So are you willing to just wait for your mandatory shot?
Man, I told my team, I've just the way I got into this was by telling my team I want the biggest opportunities. So if like if that's not available, the next best thing is like I just want big opportunities. That's what I'm chasing, and that's really all we're after. So like to answer the question, like if the mandatory is not available, I'm not going to sit around. I want big fights, so of course we're going to move, but we just got to see what plays out.
And right now, I see you're enjoying your vacation, man. So you got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you have an approximate time, when do you think you should see yourself back in the ring?
Man, even enjoying the fruits of my labor, I'm just kicking with the family and just the homies and stuff, just real close stuff. But I'm only taking about like 2 weeks off, and then I'm gonna jump right back into the strength and conditioning and the boxing and everything, and just be moving. So the training, the activity is not something you ever have to worry about. It's just how soon the company, like my team PBC, Al Heyman and Luis Tacuba Jr. will get me the fights. But I'd say maybe 4 to 5 months to answer the question. Um, but it could be more, it could be less because I'm literally always ready. So that's not gonna be an issue. We'll just see what big fights can get made, and then you'll see me back in the ring.
I gotta ask you an honest question. Do you pay attention to odds makers?
Oh, of course.
People tend to be like, no, I don't pay attention. I just tend to hear about what I hear. So you pay attention to the odds makers. What do you gotta say to the?
Yeah, no, like to them, I just have to say, like, just doubt me now. Like they keep the reason I couldn't ignore these betting odds because I was a plus 700, plus 800 in some spots, to be able to pull this off. It was that bad, and then I heard the plus knockout was like a 12 to 1 or 11 to 1 or something, so even more. So I really messed them up. But I even like in a few interviews, I was telling people like, hey, they're giving away free money at the sports book.
We were shocked. That was a newer Covenant Shakur Stevenson fight. We're in the car, we're gassing up, and my friend just tasked me. He's like, "Yo, Fundora just got knocked out." And when we see that punch, you knocked the sweat off of him. Like it was arguably one of the cleanest punches I've ever seen, man. It's amazing. I know you got to feel amazing. Coming from that underdog win, that rocky moment, what do you got to say to the youth right now that is sitting in that underdog position that you were just in 2 weeks ago?
Man, to those kids, like I even tell them, I still imagine myself as that kid today. Like, bro,
Brian, Brian, Brian.
there we go. We good?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had a call. No, but to those kids, I always like before the fights, I envision myself, and I'm like, I look and I'm like, would that little kid that I used to be, would he be proud of who he sees in the mirror today? What he's doing, and then I was like, I'm on my way to a title fight. Like some people weren't supposed to even make it this far. I was always that little kid saying, man, I want to grow up and I want to do like something really big. I want to just like I might not even know exactly what it is, but I just know like I'm capable of big things, and that's what I did. So it's just possible. I really worked my way. This wasn't, like I had the perfect team from the beginning and everything just lined up for me. Like it wasn't, everything fell apart actually. And it's just possible. Like legitimately, like if this is real life, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
I'm happy you're sitting on top of the world. You deserve every bit. Brian, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Best of luck to any future plans, and we'll be seeing each other soon, buddy. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
No worries. Hey, oh man.
Stop moving the mic. What the fuck, bro? Are you a rapper, dude?
I'm a fucking rapper. Yo.